Jesus is returning. Will he find you keeping his Sabbath? The return of Jesus Christ is near. All around us, prophecy is fulfilling. The signs are everywhere: wars, disasters, deception, lawlessness, and spiritual compromise. But there's one question that cuts through the noise. When Jesus returns, will he find you keeping his Sabbath? This isn't a legalistic question. It's not about religious tradition. It's about obedience, relationship, and truth. In Genesis 2:2-3, at the very beginning of time, God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh day. He blessed it, sanctified it, and made it holy. This was not a Jewish institution. It was a creation covenant given to all humanity, before there was sin, before nations, before churches. In Exodus 28:11, God wrote with his own finger in stone, "Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." It is the only commandment that begins with remember. Yet it's the most forgotten in modern Christianity. Jesus himself kept the Sabbath, Luke 4:16. He said he is Lord of the Sabbath, Mark 2:28. He never changed it. His apostles kept the Sabbath, even after his resurrection, Acts 17:2, Acts 18:4. And the book of Revelation reveals that at the end of time, the final conflict will be over, worship and obedience. Revelation 14:12 says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." Not 9 commandments, not a revised version, all 10, including the 4th, which begins with remember. So here's the challenge to every skeptic, non-believer, and even sincere Sunday-keeping Christian. Disprove that the seventh day is the Sabbath in the Bible. Disprove that Jesus kept the Sabbath. Disprove that the apostles honored it after the cross. Disprove that Sunday worship began with man, not God. Disprove that Revelation points to commandment-keeping as a mark of God's end-time people. You can't, because these are irrefutable biblical facts. Many argue the Sabbath was for the Jews, but Jesus said the Sabbath was made for man, Mark 2:27, for all mankind. Some say it doesn't matter what day you worship. But God says it does. He blessed the seventh day, not the first. Some say we rest in Jesus now, not in a day. But Hebrews 4:9 says, there remains a Sabbath rest for the people of God. The Greek word is sabbatismos, literally a Sabbath keeping. The truth is simple. The Sabbath was never changed by God. It was changed by Rome, codified by Constantine in 321 AD, and adopted by tradition. When Jesus returns, he will not ask if you followed what was popular. He will ask if you followed what was written. In Isaiah 66:22-23, we're told that in the new earth, from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me. If we'll keep the Sabbath in eternity, shouldn't we start now? Jesus is coming soon. Will he find you keeping his day or man's invention?